ask you
too.
to redirect that to the vice president who can
Send it right back to him.
yeah, who will organize work party stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the bridge and the cemetery.
Oh, very good question. Thank you. The question is about the cemetery and access to the cemetery. The cemetery property and the right-of-way to the cemetery were not included in the transfer to us. The cemetery itself was not part of the property owned by the Huguenot Society, and the right-of-way, for a variety of legal reasons that I frankly cannot entirely explain, but our lawyers have examined, and the right-of-way was not transferable from actually many years ago. So the access was not technically legal, but not looked after. The owner of the property right now that the cemetery is on is deceased, and the property is caught up in negotiations between his estate, the corporation that he owned jointly with a couple of other people, and is very complicated right now. We don't feel that there's any danger that the cemetery will be damaged or destroyed at this point, and we think that it's most likely that once development work begins on that property, that the cemetery would end up being transferred to us. We would be very happy to take it on, and the developers will need a number of offsets for both tax deductions and for open space contingency reasons to get their property developed. And so we think it's likely once they begin development, they'll transfer that property to us, and we'll address access issues at that point once we know exactly how much property there is and what the easiest access is for it. But right now there's no access and frankly no one to negotiate with for access to that property. So the bridge is not a priority for us right now since we don't own the land under it. It's sort of a complication. So we're focusing all our efforts on preservation of the house at this time.
Not a road per se.
No, I mean,
I
That sort of
think there is a way to get there. I just don't know.